All of us are so fucking dead.
We are.
I'm so alive.
We're so
We're
fucked.
dead. Oh my god.
You said that you were fucked for training.
Yeah, so I'm very lucky to have a setup at home, which is just I've got bars and plates.
You're fucking so gay. You're
Right.
I've got a setup at home as well, about 18 kilometres up the road
Yeah,
from me.
that was like 45 minutes.
I'm gonna set up at home. It's about 1,000 square meters.
It's got everything, bro.
1,000 square meters. It's got like 6 monoliths.
I've been fortunate enough to do some maintenance work for one of the local gyms, so I just jump in on my smokos and do a couple of sets here and there.
I'm coming in for a delivery.
As part of my rehab, I've been utilising a facility in the nearby area.
Well, I guess, training.
How was training?
Fuck, hard.
What?
Because I'm under eating.
Well,
So I've played myself.
how much food are you eating?
Well, I'm doing 5 eggs in the morning, maybe 1 to 2 bagels, depending on the day. 600 grams of chicken, and about 400 grams of rice altogether.
That's it.
That's it.
That's fucking nothing.
I know, I realised that. I realised that today when I'm like, holy crap. When I was snatching, and it's just like...
How many calories is that?
It's not much.
Less than 3.
Yeah,
It'd be
less than
2.5 if you're
Yeah.
lucky.
Yeah,
It's 200 grams of protein.
yeah. I know. And then I've been having protein shakes as well, but it's not enough.
No.
So I'm gonna
More.
I'm gonna add another
What's your
meal.
body weight now?
Like 114. So,
Okay, 114.
quick maths.
114, 2.3 to 2.8 grams per lean kilo of body weight.
What about carbs though? How many issues with carbs?
So work out your protein, work out your fats, and the rest is carbs.
It should be on like 3,500 calories.
Yeah, so I'm adding another meal.
But you got to work your way to it. If you
Yeah.
especially been hungry. Just
Yeah.
add another meal. Like you said, these are the nutrition. Actually, underrated as nutrition.
I know. I've actually got a question. Somebody sent me a message. You've got a question.
Hey, let's do it.
Well,
Let's
alright.
hear it. We'll keep it for later. We'll
Let's
keep it
later.
for
Let's
later.
Later?
We'll keep
I gotta
it.
get up.
We'll keep it for
It's
later.
actually a really good question that I've got no idea.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you won't have an idea.
Whoa!
About nutrition.
Speaking of food, I've been struggling to get my food in.
What happened to your tuna and Pepsi? I've had so
There's been a bit of a backlash in regards to that, so we might have to do a live tuna and
There
pep.
has been.
Yeah, people
I've
are really
had two
disgusted
beefs-
by
two
it.
beefs that I need to sort out. Not actual.
Get them to slide into my DMs. No one ever talk. Why does anyone message me? I have questions to answer.
Nobody likes me.
I'm a friendly guy.
You're not.
You're a guy.
You're 6'6" with 140 kilos with a criminal record.
And a Mercedes.
6'4",
Genuine Rolex.
150.8. Again, we're back to 150.8.
One job was eat to 140.
We got there. We got to mid 140s, and then we started eating chocolates and
And we
other
got
things. Oh wow!
What was the question?
What was my question?
Yeah.
About what?
Did you say you had a question? You had a beef for someone?
No, it's just the feedback. People are just like disgusted by it.
What
That's
did they
why I
say?
think.
It's disgusting.
just-
It's disgusting.
As opposed to the
Like
normal,
as in like you're fucked. What's wrong with you?
as opposed to the normal Damir, you're disgusting.
That's me. And then I posted like a peanut butter with tuna toast the next
Oh,
day.
that was
That was
disgusting.
amazing. That was good. Did you see the macros on that? Did I send you the
I don't
macros
care.
on
I
it?
just saw tuna.
Oh, okay. This was direct message to Zoro?
No,
That was direct
Oh,
message
like
to
friends?
someone.
friends?
To all my nutritional clients out there.
I'm the one that's been left out.
Anyway, food is fuel. Rule number 1.
Rule number 1.
Rule number 2. Look at rule number
Rule
1.
number 2.
Refer to rule number 1.
Yeah, so, body's taking a beating.
What are we talking about? Food. Yeah, I've been struggling to get food in, so I've been like mass eating in the evenings,
Yeah.
and it's not
Is that
good.
because of uni?
No, it's because there's no structure at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
There's no structure, so you get up a little bit later. Am I too serious for you?
Yeah, man! How'd you know? How'd you know?
I'm just joking,
Bro,
man.
because you're sitting across
Bro, he does this. He looks at you and he tilts his head.
He's
And then he goes,
he's like one of those monsters from a horror film standing at the window.
No, I like to call myself like Sully from Monsters Inc. That's a friendly furry monster.
yeah.
murderer?
Stop leaning over
When
the
did Sally
table.
kill?
Sit
I'm
back.
you.
Oh, that's not in this country. That doesn't count. That stuff doesn't carry over from different continents.
Yeah.
Have a clean sheet. I'm not a murderer in Australia.
I'm not cutting that out.
There's no need to because
Because I'm not a murderer.
it's false. Yes, I've been shoveling calories, like literally like 2,500 calories on my last meal. It's not a fucking good thing to do.
And is it junk or is it real food?
It's real food. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's everything. So it's like dinner, and then on top of dinner, there's like fucking peanut butter spoonfuls, and there's a little bit of chocolate. There's rice crackers, and then there's juice. Like the other day, we got what do we get? We got Indian.
Oh, Indian's good, but high fat.
Yeah. So
Is it really?
oh yeah. So we had butter chicken. We
Well,
had
look at it. He's not going to get Indian food. He's going to get a butter chicken. For white people, Indian
butter chicken, boneless chicken,
chicken. Okay.
chicken. What was it? Lamb tikka. Is it tikka?
Tikka masala, yeah.
Yeah, it was that. Rice, and we had like 4 servings of
Garlic naan.
garlic naan.
Garlic
yeah.
naan. Yeah.
And I went to bed and I'm like,
Yeah, it just sits with you. You're so.
I started sweating.
Yeah.
I was bloated. I couldn't. I woke up in the middle of the night. I was having nightmares, like
Oh, really?
crazy shit. Yeah. Then I sat on the toilet for about 45 minutes.
Oh, man.
Anyway, so I've decided to make some smarter
Decisions.
moving down the track.
Which are?
Just distribute my calories throughout the day more evenly. It's that first meal. It's the one that sets you up for success.
My friends are idiots.
Lean forward more, please. Fucking hell, you inside a contract. Send out paperwork. Buy my plan.
The first meal I like.
The first meal dictates the rest of your day.
I try to make my first meal the biggest meal because I don't want to eat when I wake up.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why, but like I struggle to eat in the morning.
Are you a breakfast person usually? Like,
What do you mean?
so let's say, no COVID, you've got work in the mornings, you wake up, you eat breakfast before you go to work.
Yeah. What work?
When you're employed.
I don't eat breakfast before I go.
You fast.
Yeah, but you're up at like 4.
I'm up
And
at
then you're in-
5. I'm in the gym 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But what I try to do is I basically sometimes don't get a break straight through till 1 p.m. That's my first meal.
Yeah.
But I'll have like
How do you do that?
But I'll have like 2 coffees and maybe like 2.5 liters of water in the lead up to it. And then 1 o'clock will be my first meal, and it's usually around
Waffles, eggs at the cafe.
if I get time. That'll be like an early meal. But if I go home, I'll have like a 11 to 1300 calorie meal.
Yeah. That's huge.
So I need another 2 of those, and I'm there. I'm at 4,000.
Yeah.
Right?
So is there any benefit then to having your 2,500 calorie meal? Well, what's better? I should ask, is having that huge meal or spreading out throughout the day?
Well, it depends on like your digestion. Obviously,
Yeah, okay,
spreading
so
out throughout the
yeah.
day too, right?
Yeah, it will be more beneficial.
Depends on your nutrition, but ideally you want to divide it. It's also based on your lifestyle,
Yeah.
all right? I mean,
Oh, then what about now for people who are... That's actually a question. That's a question.
want to leave the question?
We'll leave that to the end.
Okay.
So hang on, just so I'm clear, because there's 2 things I need to ask right now.
Yeah.
I have 2 questions.
love
Where's the cheese?
Whereabouts is the cheese kept? So,
And the type.
when we were prepping, you weren't eating until 1 o'clock.
No.
Just outed himself.
Wrong.
I'm asking a question. I didn't
No,
say wrong.
so when it's interesting because
It's very interesting.
we all adjust once there's like a set date in place, like whether it has to be. I'm not going for.
This is what you do.
I'm not even going to look at you anymore.
You tilt the head and
So if there is a specific goal with an end date, the switch flicks,
Yeah.
and then like we had the conversation last time, like how much do you value that 1 hour walk throughout the day or that extra sleep? Like what's the benefit of it? So I'm like, okay, when you said let's get your weight up, bang, it was let's get my weight up. So I was up, I was having shakes, I was having smoothies, I was taking snacks to work, I was meal prepping. All of a sudden, food becomes priority because food equals performance.
Yeah.
All right? But that should be off season too, should be all year round, especially to be with that winning mentality. So, to answer your question, yes, I was eating during. We'll talk about your shirt soon. All right, we're back.
And TikTok.
What was the question? What was I eating during the prep?
Yes, what were you doing during the prep?
Yes, I was eating during the prep. Next topic.
We'll go from there.
I can't remember what I said in the previous recording.
It doesn't matter.
But
Did we get the whole story?
I think so. I'll quickly run through it again. So I think what I was getting at is when there is a specific date, time, comp, something to work towards, nutrition becomes the priority. And when you said put on weight, it was on. So breakfasts included, everything. And then you guys were giving me shit. Wait, then you said
I was asking a question. Seeing as whether your body clock wakes you up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day by no stress at all, to come with us at 7 o'clock, which is 2 hours of extra sleep anyway, is too much.
Okay, this is the issue.
Okay.
I have a handful of clients that go online.
Sure.
And they're usually between 7 and 8.
Okay, every day?
4 days a week.
Okay. So last I checked, there's 7 days in the week, 4 of which you were busy, 3 of which we were unoccupied.
You know the Kermit meme? This is me.
That's good.
Nice shirt, Z.
That's right.
Are they new?
Yeah.
Do you like representing your mates' shirts?
I like fitting in shirts and getting free shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
All right.
When are your ones getting done?
I don't think my ones are going to be as cool as yours.
I just ask you that.
Well, I think they might actually be being dropped off as we speak. Yeah, here we go. Your
Dropped
TF
off.
apparel is on the way. Tracking number.
Who'd you get yours done by?
So I got all my logo designs and stuff like that through 99designs.com.au, which is an affiliation of Vistaprint that did my business cards.
Okay.
And then they sent like this upsell email with these other guys called something else print.
That's good.
Yeah. So I just did literally 2 hoodies, 2 t-shirts just to see what it look like. But I want to get someone like yours looks really cool. I love that red, orange, whatever that is. It looks like a neon. It's like glowing on your chest.
Thanks, bro.
It would look good on my chest, like in a 3XL.
Yeah, me too. In like a 6XL, 7XL.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, cool.
So
Great. That's cool,
it's
man.
good marketing for you and your business.
Likewise, it will
And
be for you
with your online
and your business.
media presence and your proactivity of content creation. This is
Getting better.
It is getting better. You are getting
That's why I'm
better.
taking it serious.
Yeah.
Don't look at the camera. Look at the bed.
I'm looking if it's freezing. Calm down, don't get too paranoid.
Very nice.
Joe Rogan.
You like Joe Rogan.
I look like Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking little old Jack midget.
You look fine.
Sorry, Joe. If you ever watch this.
Why'd you say his name like in an American accent?
He's American.
Yeah. Sorry.
He doesn't understand Australian accents.
That's what I gotta deal with every day.
Right.
That's what I deal with every day.
Alright.
Every day.
Training question.
Alright. Are we up to questions already?
No, I just don't ask a question.
Just ask a question.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask. You can do whatever you like. You're part of this podcast.
How'd you deload a client?
I knew you were gonna ask this morning.
How would you deload a client? A strength client? Like, how would you deload yourself? I guess.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't
G
do
would
it?
deload me. My coach is responsible for that.
Well,
that's why I paid him in love and
affection.
friendship and affection.
Is that what we call this?
all of which are still not paid.
I owe you
So much love and affection.
empty. I need to fill it.
A strength client, like a powerlifting client. I want to ask you.
Depends.
Well, yeah, it depends on the individual athletes. It depends on their histories, obviously shape, size, when they're at.
100 kilo. Being with I know it depends.
With my clients, and they're not really powerlifting or athletes, right? But I use powerlifting strength specific programs. I customize them for them, so they're still doing their 3 lift variation and stuff like that. That's like a staple.
Yes.
I usually deload them every 5th or 7th week.
Yes. Okay.
Right?
That's good.
Based on whether they're 2 or 3 plus sessions a week.
Yeah.
And also based on if they do stuff in their own time. A lot of my clients, because it's premium services, they literally rely on me.
Yeah, so they don't do anything else.
Like I've got clients that have been with me for 10 years, and if you ask them, what are you squatting? They'll go, ask Damir. Like, do you remember the colors of the plates? No, I just do it. It's literally, that's the relationship with it.
It's no different than the relationship that I have with Damir.
It's like for the good mornings, like, why are you bending your knees?
Why are you squatting right now?
I was not bending my knees. It's a hip hinge, you fuckhead.
Wow!
that came from you. You did this.
You did this. Oh my god.
What do you mean?
Wait, going back to that.
How much percentage would you back off? Or what would you back off actually?
Going off my master, it's 70% of your last heavies.
I prefer daddy, but okay.
So it'll be 70. So week 7 will be 70% of your week 6.
If that was your heaviest,
If that's what your heaviest.
Yeah, that's what he does. Yeah.
And then he will not change reps and sets.
No.
No, we drop the sets to 3, don't we?
No.
Okay, I've been dropping them to 3.
No, everything else is the same.
And what about accessories then?
2 to 3 sets at 70% of your heaviest.
For him, and the guys that are getting ready for a comp, nothing changes.
Except for their
just the intensity of what they're going to be.
The main movement.
No, all the movements, including the extrusions, drop off.
Yeah.
Right. So essentially, they're moving to a 7 or somewhere between a 7 and an 8 RPE.
Yeah.
If you're to use that scale, or a 2 to 3 reps in reserve.
Yeah.
Right. And then obviously we're going to allow the training effect to happen for the following weeks.
Yeah.
It's wave loading essentially. Isn't it?
Yeah. Cool. And then what would week 8 look like then?
Well, week 8 you'd probably back off 10% and then slowly build up.
No, it depends on the person again.
Yeah.
But
it really does.
And it depends on if you're talking strictly powerlifting, right?
Yes.
So I'm straight into the periodization of what we were planning to do from week 6 to week 7.
So it's a progression from week 6.
Correct.
You're not going to back off 2 weeks and then build up.
No time for
Okay,
that.
Yeah.
cool. All right, cool.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay.
Essentially, what I sort of, from my experience, is that any athletes need a deload anywhere between, and if this is like, if they're training hard, like these are guys and girls who are training hard to peak for season, training hard to peak for comp, anywhere between the 3rd to 5th week, there needs to be some sort of deload.
Yeah.
Now, how you do that sort of deload is really dependent on what you're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
The reason why I keep everything still in is because there's a weakness issue, but there's also a skill issue there as well, which he needs to continue to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, we're talking strictly powerlifting.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I know with some people they'll keep the weights the same.
Yeah.
Right.
As the week before.
In the deload.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say they're squatting 100 kilos in week 6, and then week 7 they're going to deload.
Yeah.
I know I've seen circumstances where coaches have gone, okay, week 7 is a deload, so instead of 4x5, we're going to do 2x5 at 100 kilos.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, it's not real. It's a deload in overall tonnage, but it's not a deload as far as I'm concerned from an actual joint and intensity perspective, because there's still a requisite there to be executing lifts at a high percentage of what you're going to be understandable for their 1 max or for whatever it is, right? I think it's better off to pull it all the way back, give them the joint and inflammation rest, right? Yep. And then obviously allow the training effect to happen, because we should have allowed from those previous weeks, we should have allowed a certain amount of accumulated fatigue. And let our training speak for itself, and allow that deload for us to sort of almost ricochet pyramid up again into the next block.
Awesome.
That's how I will do it, and that's how I do it. Like for what fits different people is again depending on them. Like for him, probably every sort of third to fourth week needs a deload. Super, heavier tonnage, and in most of the lifts, right? Someone like Mariam, she can handle a little bit more, right? A little bit depending on where she's at in her training. Yeah. It's probably anywhere between sort of 3 to 5 weeks for her as well. Yeah. Probably closer towards the 4 to 5 because the actual tonnage is a little bit different and she can tolerate a little bit more, a little bit more volume. Given number one, she's a female, they typically can tolerate more volume, and number two, just who she is as an athlete. She can tolerate me pushing her and almost.
She's more resilient mentally than me. Basically, that's what he's saying.
He would not be able to handle it. If I was to deload him every 5 weeks, he'd be cooked. Right, and I feel like that's probably like what were you doing with the previous ones?
Kabuki? It was there was no set deloads. It was just go until you like. I'll probably say 6 to 8. Yeah. Like deload. They're like not yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But again, that's coach dependent too.
Yeah.
Like how much attention is he actually paying to my feedback, my program? Has he got 5 athletes that he's focusing on? Has he got 30 athletes? And he's just going to go. And again, it's the communication between the athlete and the coach. So if my RP or RIR or whatever rating is moderate, it's going to go keep pushing, right? But maybe I'm underrating it. Because I've got certain numbers in my head that I'm thinking should. And
chances are you're underdoing it. The amount of times I've seen RIR and RPE scales being used by lifters, I'm like, oh, I did this at an 8. I'm like, motherfucker, that was a 9.5.
Yes,
dude, 6.5 should be effortless. Yeah, and these guys are grinding on social media, and I'm like 6.5,
7, and you're just like, bro,
dude, that's not 6.5. 6.5 is like a second last warm up.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, I don't want to rant with training.
That's good.
How far out is your lifter?
So he's doing the novice comp in October 3rd. Yeah. So we've still got like 10 weeks or something like that. We've still got a fair bit away. Yeah. So we just finished 6 weeks. So and that's where I was thinking. I'm like, I don't want to drop enough numbers because I'm like, I can keep pushing. We're not at any point.
If he's in a position where he can continue to progress, right, and it's the accumulated fatigue is not as of a detriment to him at the moment, where he can continue to recover, then continue to progress him. But you almost need to be, and this is the reason why I don't think I could ever be in a position where I'm coaching 100 athletes, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 athletes, right? Yeah. Because that's a day by day thing, right? I think it like with him, in prep, I'm watching it every session over and over and over again and making decisions from there. Okay, how do you feel? What's your mood like? And you see when he used to turn up to walks and breakfast, I could see what's his head look like. Is he too much information?
Jen would often ask, "Can you send me a photo of your face?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Why?"
And you're looking around the sinus, are you?
Sinuses, all the information, especially for him because when he gets heavy, right, he gets puffy to the cheeks and the upper cheeks. So I know if he's too fatigued, he's going to start the dark eyes, the information through the cheeks and things like that.
We'll come through, Okay, cool.
Other things,
you pay so much attention to me.
You sound the opposite of my girlfriend. But the other things like that as well. Mood is a big thing. Skin and things like that. Like if you begin to like get dry and things like that, and with females, that's an entirely different thing as well.
Right.
Have you got the ball under there?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, okay.
Why?
You haven't spoken about it yet.
Oh, nah. For those who don't know, I do have a little lacrosse ball that I roll underneath my foot at every session. So if you see my leg move underneath the table,
not playing footsies with Damir.
Not playing footsies.
It's like an RP scale. The more agitated Z gets, if I look at him real closely, if you watch over the back videos, his leg starts shaking harder, right?
Yeah, because I want to jump over the table.
Starts going like this. So the vibration of the mic, it's not us, it's your foot tapping against the floor.
Oh. No, that should be right.
There's no
okay. I've full thought about it. Is he right? How are you going to peak him at the end then?
Yeah, that's something I've got to Well, I'm not sure.
First novice comp, you don't need to peak him too hard. Just
that's what
soft
I mean.
peak him.
Yeah.
Just get him to train pretty close all the way up through.
Yeah, that's all I was going to do. Just like how I do with my weightlifting.
It's going to be skill acquisition on the heavy load, isn't it?
Especially for him, especially for novice.
Yeah. Well, this is his second competition. My second novice competition. So yeah, I was planning just to train him up to comp, and then worst case just a few weeks before. Not worst case. As we get closer, just drop a few of the reps.
Simple. Yeah.
And just keep the accessories still high.
Yeah. Easy.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
And effective.
Yeah.
Simple's going to be effective. Yeah.
So that's.
You know what? I know Chad did this with me, and I don't know how. I think it worked good for me because I'm super and because the intensities that we were lifting weights at. But I see a lot of people take openers and things like that 2 weeks out, and people get married to like, I need to do my opener, I need to do a maximum single 2 weeks out or whatever it is. I've seen it a week out with some lifters. I'm just like, the way because I recently had this conversation with a lifter in New Zealand, and he was like, oh, no singles. I was like, no, why would we do singles? Why would we do 98%?
I asked you the same question. We're prepping. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We finished our prep on 2 sets of 2.
Right.
Across the board. Yeah.
Right. And what was the final weight?
Bench was 10 kilos over with plenty in the tank. Squat was 320, so that was 30 kilos over the last double.
So we double. What did we double in the gym?
290, 200, and 290, I think, as well.
Yeah.
On the deads.
And then we squatted 320. Right. Let's just use squats for example.
Yeah.
So if we're in a position, right, where we can double 290 and then squat 320 because we've planned for the accumulated fatigue and the training effect the entire time. From a recovery perspective, isn't that better for the athlete then to be able to get through and get through the comp day than it would be then to get them to squat 305, 310, 2 weeks out?
Yeah.
Give them the extra time. Right, still enable some skill acquisition, right, and just and let them recover, let them get there.
Yeah. That's what my plan was.
Yeah,
actually, yeah. Now you say it, it's kind of just decrease the reps.
I think it's old school weightlifting.
I think it is because that's what I remember. Yeah, I remember like I was like 2 days out of competition. I was squatting I was back squatting 200. I was front squatting 170. Like it was like two days away from competition.
Different with weightlifting.
Yeah.
Right, because like there's still there's a velocity thing there that needs to be accounted for.
Yeah.
So, the accumulative fatigue is a little bit different because it's so highly skilled and so highly powerful. So,
yeah. That's awesome.
Did we answer the question?
I'm glad that's reassured me.
Good.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, well, I know what we're doing now. I'm like, how's it going to look closer? And I was trying to figure it out in my head, which is the worst thing to do. You better write it down.
Yeah.
Just write it out. Reverse engineer it on comp day.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to do it.
So that's what I will do, actually. Yeah, reverse engineering is really good.
Everything.
Literally
everything. Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's awesome. Good. Let's go Q&As.
Is there any other questions there?
Yes. So I've got one question. Let me quickly get it up.
Q&As.
I think you got a DM from a fan.
I did. A lot of fans.
Wish I had fans.
Nobody DM'd me up. Fans?
Free fans.
Alright, so the question is, being in lockdown and training much less, like once or twice per week and not heavy, how much should you adjust your calorie intake? This was pretty much what Damir. So training once or twice, not heavy.
Okay, so you get obviously more information, like what's not heavy, like what's the energy output.
It's quite low.
What type of training is it? Is it bodyweight training? So they've got a set of plates and stuff like that.
Yes.
What's their goal? What was their original goal? What were they eating for? Were they maintenance? Were they in a deficit? Were they in excess calories? So there's all these little things that factor into it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Because what they might find out that like sticking to the same caloric intake at less weight, so less training intensity, as they might actually put on weight, quality weight.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yep.
Right?
Yeah.
There's all these multiple factors that into it. But let's say everything was on point, right? And I'm assuming their goal is to lean muscle mass, keep body fats down, like 90% of. Is it an athlete? Is it a seasonal lifter? Is it?
I'll say he wants to become an athlete. Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming
wants to become an athlete, like a field sport athlete.
Weightlifter.
Okay, weightlifter.
Okay,
weightlifter. Focus will be hitting your protein goal.
Yeah.
And your carbs based around your.
And what happens if they're like a 60 kilo lifter?
Same protein goal.
So what will be a protein goal for him?
So usually I work with 2.3, 2.8 grams of protein per estimated lean kilo of lean kilo of body mass. Right? So what I usually do with my clients, because it's hard to send everyone to go get body scans, get them skin folds and stuff like that. So I send them a chart. And there's different sort of body shapes and types. Right? And there's a female and a male one, and I get them to pick which one they would rate themselves fit in under. It's in literally 0 to 5%, and it's like this guy fucking shredded to the bone, then it's 5 to 10%, slightly lean, slightly big, and then you've got like big dudes that are like 35, 40, and I'll go, okay, where would you rate yourself at? So there's probably like a 3 to 4% body fat difference, and then we go off that. Right? It's easy. It's easier. It doesn't delay time. It gives them a starting point. It gives them consistency to work off, right? So they go, okay, we're at 35% body fat, let's say. This is our total daily energy expenditure. This is what, are we doing cardio? Yes or no? Right? If we're doing cardio, we're going to have to account for that to get the calories up, because a lot of people don't take that into consideration. Like, oh yeah, I'm hitting my daily caloric goals and my macros, but I'm walking an hour a day. Right? Depending on your shape, size, or whatever, that could be anywhere between 200 and 400 calories that you're expending. So you've got to take all these little things into consideration. But I always start with protein goals. So 2.3 to 2.8 grams per estimated lean kilo of body mass.
Lean body mass.
Yeah, lean body mass.
Cool.
The next is fats. Usually 0.75 grams per kilo as well, and the rest is carbs.
Cool.
Right?
Awesome.
That's usually how I set it up. And then we assess. How do you feel? How's your energy waking up in the morning?
And it's a weekly assessment?
It's a weekly assessment.
Cool.
It's a weekly assessment.
Cool.
And I don't chase them for it. I'll let them run with it. Because if it's a beginner dieter, it's going to take them a couple of weeks to adjust. Right? It's going to take them a couple of weeks to educate themselves, to find that routine, to find the protein sources, to realize what the value of those protein sources is. Right? That sort of stuff. And dehydration. All these things play a factor. Right?
Cool. Thank you. Great question, by the way.
Great question.
Was there another one?
No.
Okay. Can Damir do a tuna and Pepsi Max shake on video? The fans want to see it. How many likes or whatever's do we need to get so that you do this?
What are we up to now?
I don't know.
We need a GoFundMe page.
Let's go straight to money. How many likes or subscribers or comments? Comments.
All right. Comments. We're going to get 100.
100 comments?
100 comments. Just comment with a tuna emoji.
Yes.
Fish emoji?
Yeah. Fish
on
emoji.
YouTube.
On YouTube. Or Instagram. We can put a post up. Whatever.
We will.
We should advertise just to make sure he has to fucking do it.
I'm going to spam it.
You're going to spam it?
It's going to be G.
So we need 100. We need 100 tunas. Or 100 yeses.
100 tunas or yeses. Yeah.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
Done.
Now,
what's the next one?
since this is 3 guys and 1 barbell, you guys have to have a sip of that shake.
I'm allergic.
You'll have to what?
I'm down. I'm down to give it a go. Right. I'm down. I think we should all give it a go.
So Pepsi Max.
Yep.
Tuna.
Yep. And
you can pick a protein flavor of your choice.
Isn't the tuna the protein?
Yeah, but if you want to top up. So the goal is to get 50 grams. Okay, so this is the tuna Pepsi Max shake, right? How much protein? What's the protein goal? if it's 50 grams,
yeah, 50 grams.
you're gonna need like 220 grams of tuna in there.
That's a fucking lot.
That's a lot of tuna, right? But you can go 100 grams of tuna, which is like one of those little green seas cans. You can go a scoop of protein, which is going to give you another 30 grams. So you're at 50, and then you go to Pepsi Max.
What's the Pepsi Max for?
It's to blend it in.
You know what's so funny about this?
What?
I listened to a Pro Bodybuilders podcast.
Yeah.
And they were talking about how at one stage one of the guests was
Damir.
was obviously trying to make ends meet at the time whilst trying to become a pro bodybuilder, and he was eating, I think it was Diet Coke, tuna, and something else.
That's probably where it came from. That was probably the original source of this, because I don't think they listened to our podcast.
Oh man.
Oh, I don't want to do this, but if 100 likes, 100 yeses.
Oh, yes, it's
Fuck.
We will.
This question is for Damir and Zoran. Okay.
Funny how no one messages me any questions, but they're all for me.
That's the idea.
Am I unapproachable?
Yes.
I'm
That's
so
the idea. That's why I do the questions. I crack my neck and back regularly. Is that bad?
You could potentially be cracking the segment that shouldn't be cracked, and it's the joint above or below that needs to be. That's immobile. That needs to be more mobile.
I'm not a fan of self-adjustments at all, because if you're cracking a joint and it's always going to be the same joint that you've learned how to crack, you're essentially creating instability in that joint.
Isn't that what I just said? Is that what I just said?
So my answer is a straight
no.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
So even like this sort of shit? No.
No, that's different. I'm talking about
What if it's okay?
The noise is the same. The
noise is the same. But like, there's people that literally constantly do this. Click,
yeah.
click, click. And you're always going to be, you can't choose which part of your cervical spine you're going to crack. It's always going to be the same thing, right? Because that's what you're used to over a lifetime. So when it comes to spine and stuff like that, so those joints that actually support the head, like the foundational joints, no chance.
I agree.
Like fingers and stuff like that, it's different. It's an extremity.
Yeah.
It's an extremity, right?
Okay.
I agree. It could be a long segment.
I'm needing neck cracked, by the way. Just
should we do one live?
Oh.
My neck adjust.
I'm not allowed. I don't do adjustments. I'm a student. I'm not qualified. We can just do a setup.
100 people watch this. You were saying your neck adjustments?
No, nothing after that.
No, because there was a case. I'm going to say very broad. There was a student that practiced adjusting and posted something, and it wasn't even.
Is this recent?
In the last few years, while I've been at uni. Okay. So there was a group of students. They posted basically. It was just like a still of them around this adjustment table, and one of them said, enjoy practicing adjustments on practicing for my exams or whatever. So one of the senior students, 4 or 5, said, hey, you should probably take that off, because if Chiropractic Association or whatever, if someone sees that, you're not technically qualified. So you shouldn't be doing that. You can actually lose your
license, I guess.
Well, not even license. You're instructed by the university not to adjust people outside of uni grounds, because that's where the insurance is.
Right.
Is that right? Like within the room, something along the lines of that.
I think it's the shambles.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Look,
because you don't adjust until you're in clinic in chiro. I remember, from what I remember, and it's like we get taught 3-4 years on how to adjust, and then you don't get a cavitation until you're in clinic on a public patient. Yeah.
On a public patient.
On a public patient.
Under supervision.
Under supervision.
Yeah. So. I disagree with it.
It's hard.
I understand it, but I disagree with it, because you're almost. They're scaring you out of adjustments.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not getting confident clinicians coming out of practice.
Correct.
Coming into practice.
My opinion is if you've done your 3 years of theory and practical setups, by year 4 you should be confident enough without a single grain of doubt. Line of thrust through. Yeah.
In osteo, we started adjusting last semester.
Yeah.
Year 3, semester 1.
Semester 1. Okay.
Last
yeah.
semester.
Yeah.
Not this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And different teachers are more stricter with others.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on Hang on.
Next question.
Controversial. But
Okay.
short answer is no.
No. The answer is
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. Abuse.
Hang on. Abuse.
Not to you guys. Would you guys?
Well, you are part of us, guys.
Wow.
Name and shame. Nah.
Would you would you create an OnlyFans or a Patreon?
Is Patreon and OnlyFans?
Yeah,
just like that.
Different platform.
But see, it depends. So these platforms, and OnlyFans is not just for like porn.
Yeah, of course not.
You can deliver content.
Yeah.
Like we can upload this on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Right?
No one watches this.
No one's going to watch it. So I'm assuming the question is in relation to would you post pornographic content to OnlyFans?
It probably was, but now that I thought about the question, I was like, would you open an OnlyFans for your own branding?
I wouldn't prioritize it initially
No.
because it's got a bad connotation to it.
Sure.
Mm.
When you say OnlyFans, people think porno straight away.
Yeah.
But if it's on a Patreon, I guess people donate.
Isn't it the same thing?
I don't know.
It's the same thing, but you know
Is
it's
it?
massive at the moment. Twitch
Yeah.
TV.
Twitch.
Twitch TV.
Because
Where's that little shit?
making
Fucking smart ass.
more money.
Like we could have another screen set up right now, go live on Twitch TV, and it would be like live running commentary and interaction and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah, so
I don't know if I would. I don't know if I would, just because obviously the commentation, but I understand there's a business aspect to that as well.
But if you're reinvesting it into the channel, so if we do that and then reinvest in here, get better setups, I guess. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then is it? No.
But like, I
don't
think
know.
if-
it's a tough.
if I was a chick with fake titties
You
and
are.
an ass,
You are.
I understand.
Like,
Like,
you should
I mean,
we'd be better friends.
maybe if I got a wax,
Nah,
get
you
my
keep-
hair out a little bit. Have you seen me in high heels?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in my dreams. And that Saturday night at the Greyhound.
Like I don't see like
Yeah.
I don't see a market for me being on OnlyFans. Like, what would I post? Peg dancers.
Yeah. See how hard it is to bring up content.
But it's
For
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
Yeah, because I'm thinking, okay,
So even it is not only for
chicks will
males.
pour cold water over their shirts, wearing no bras and whatever.
Is that
What,
what they
what
do?
do guys do? What do guys do?
They pose.
Pose. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
So it's
Well,
basically
it's the
like
same thing.
it's
It's the
muscle
same
worship.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the same thing.
I guess we need a girl's opinion on what they would want on OnlyFans if you were to set up an OnlyFans account. And like, I'm not a ripped, lean, good-looking dude. Like, I'm assuming they want abs, biceps.
Just look like I know what we want.
I definitely don't.
Definitely
That's what
don't.
they got here.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. So, your mum and your girlfriend switch bodies, and you have to sleep with one so that they can switch back.
Soren?
I asked the question.
Well, let me just process this.
Take it in.
Your
take it in.
mum and your girlfriend
Switch
switch
bodies.
bodies.
You
You
not
have
say
to
this that
sleep
loud
with
that my mum hears this.
Okay, so mum
Mum
and
and
girlfriend
girlfriend
switch
switch
bodies.
bodies.
You have to pick one to sleep with to switch them back to normal.
I already know the answer to this. My answer, at least. I'm sleeping with my
Your
missus.
girlfriend?
Yeah, 100%. With my mum's brain in there. Yes, I'm doing that.
It's not your mum's brain. It's your mum's body in your girlfriend. Your girlfriend is inside your mum's body. You're sleeping with your mum's body.
No.
Hang on, what? Hang
Your
on.
mum and your girlfriend switch
So your
bodies.
mum and girlfriend switch bodies, and you have to sleep with one.
So they're going to sleep with your mum's character or your mum's body? I'm getting a new girlfriend.
Dude, who's asking you?
I'm getting a new
Who the hell asked that question?
Sicko.
I think it's mind. I think they switch minds, and so your mum is now in your girlfriend's body, and your girlfriend is in your mum's body. In order for them to switch back, you've got to sleep with one.
I just said that. You're either sleeping with your mum's character or your mum's body.
Your mom's character.
Well, your mum's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I understand. I know what I would do.
Oh god.
Do we have to answer this?
Yes, we have to fucking answer it.
Holy shit.
No.
I hate you whoever asked this question. I'm going to find you.
Sick.
You are Gwen's.
Oh, this is going to haunt me. I can't have like anxiety.
I'm sweating.
Alright, you've got an answer. You've got an answer. So
No, because if I answer this right, you're going to steal my answer and be like, yeah, it's not so bad. It's bad.
It is bad. Why would you?
But in my mind, I've made it not so bad.
So I don't know. I know which way you're thinking. You're thinking you're asleep with your girlfriend's body in your mum's mind.
But the question is then, why? See, there. See, that's where I got the answer.
So it's like,
that's why you're both fucked.
No, I think you are as well.
I know
the
I'm
answer.
fucked.
No, I can't answer this.
You have to answer it.
I can't.
You have to.
I pass.
You can't pass.
Bro, I can't.
You can't pass.
I'm sweating.
I'm drinking the shake next week.
We're all drinking the shake.
Oh, now you're drinking the shake.
I didn't have a choice, so
I thought you were
one of us.
allergic to shakes.
I'm allergic to fish.
Answer the question. I drink the shake. You got to pick one.
No, do both.
Oh my god.
I can't.
You guys are such pussies.
Alright, you answer it.
No, I know my answer. I'm happy to answer, but I'm not going to give you my answer until one of you do first.
Dude, it's going to freeze soon. You better
Well, you better answer then quickly.
It's alright.
I can't, bro.
I can't.
This is not how I think.
Which fucking sicko sent that in? Let's guess.
Who sent it?
No, you just do the answer first and then I'll tell you.
I got no answer.
Hang on.
You can't not answer.
Oh, yeah.
Mum in your girlfriend's body or girlfriend in your mum's body? Well, naturally you'd go for your girlfriend's body, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Alright, we're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Okay, you go girlfriend's body.
Right, I'm going girlfriend's body with my mum's mind because Asian culture's fucked. They'll be like, block that out, never talk about it again. So
Every culture's fucked.
I think Europeans like
Alright,
that too.
but let me my sick twisted mind taking up a notch.
No, you sicko.
Your mum
Get the fuck! No, it's your girlfriend though.
No, it's not. It's your girlfriend's body.
yeah, but your mum's mind.
Yeah.
Your mum's voice, your mum's everything.
It's
not
your mum's girlfriend's body, voice.
Body is
mum's
just
mind.
the appearance.
Oh yeah.
Everything else, it speaks like your mum. It thinks like your mum. It has all the memories of raising you as a son.
I'm okay with that.
Well, there's your answer. Next question.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We're all on the same page, you pussies.
Dwayne's mum. How would you feel?
Listen to this.
She'd be like, what the fuck? My son is useless. I already knew this.
Oh wow.
That was fucked.
That was tough.
Well, these are the questions that I get. Let's do one more question, please, because this is gone for a while.
Yeah.
Thoughts on what's worse? Someone lying to you or them thinking you're stupid enough to believe the lies?
What's worse?
What's worse? Someone lying to you or them thinking that you're stupid enough to believe their lies? So you know that you're lying. You know that they're lying.
I'm trying to.
But they're thinking that you're believing them.
They know you're lying, but they're stupid.
What's worse, me lying to you, or me thinking that you're dumb enough to believe my lies?
This seems pretty normal with me.
So just answer like, how do you feel about it when I talk to you?
I feel good.
It's just normal.
So lying.
Lying.
Is this the same person?
Different person.
Okay. Alright, we all fucking twisted fuckers.
That's normal questions.
The second one.
Normal.
Them believing that you're
Believing
dumb
that I'm
enough.
dumb enough. So I know that they're lying, but they believe that I'm dumb enough to believe their lies.
What if you didn't know that they were lying?
Yeah.
Well, then it will be the same answer. It will be one answer.
What?
So it's either
They're lying.
they're lying to you, or they believe that
You're dumb.
you're dumb enough to believe their lies.
Yeah.
What did I say?
I'm
so
You
confused
said,
right
"What
now.
if they're actually lying?"
They're lying? They're lying.
Yeah, they're lying.
Next question.
This is a good question, though. I like this question. This is a good question.
Next week there's going to be tongue twisters.
I hope so. Because I mumble.
I'm so hungry.
I think what tune affects you.
I think them thinking you're stupid enough to believe their lies. That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Cool. Good. Next question.
No more questions.
No more questions. That was
No
exhausting.
questions. No
My head
questions.
hurts after that. Okay. Done.
So I reckon that was like an hour.